Hi folks, thanks for joining me and welcome back to the channel again. Well, today we've got another brilliant Matchbox review. I hope it's brilliant. Brilliant, the kit's brilliant anyway. This is very close to my heart, this one, because I used to live at close to RAF Honington in Suffolk years and years ago when these aircraft were very much in operation. So I'm used to seeing the Blackburn S2B Buccaneer. It was Blackburn Buccaneer, then it became, I think it became Avro Buccaneer, then it became Oxley Buccaneer. The British aircraft industry kept on changing, a lot of takeovers and things, but not to worry. This was an aircraft that was basically to replace the cancelled TSR-2 after Britain decided not to go with the F111, wisely in my opinion, but anyway. And there was a lot of negativity about this. I think it was considered to be not on the same level, and in many respects it wasn't quite designed for the same jobs. But do you know what, this aircraft proved to be a winner, and it saw combat, of course, in the Gulf War. It saw some activity in Belize as well, in the late 70s, early 80s. So it turned out to be quite an impressive aeroplane. There were one or two glitches with it, had to be ironed out aerodynamically to do with the tail, but and they had to upgrade the engines. The first engines they put in weren't good enough. Once they got the right engines in it, this was a very aerodynamic, extremely efficient aircraft, and it served the Royal Navy on the HMS Ark Royal and the Royal Oak and Victorious and Hermes, I think. Forgive me for getting any of that wrong, but I know it was on 3 or 4 of the carriers, and the RAF, it served them very well as well. So it was at the 12 Squadron and 15 Squadron and others. Now, unfortunately, actually, I mentioned Honington, but this particular model from Matchbox does not include any Honington aircraft, annoyingly. And there is a new one coming out from Airfix, which I'm hoping will, but we'll see. Let's not dilly-dally around now, let's get straight into the model. Now, the only thing about, there's an elephant in the room here. One thing that disappointed me about this kit, and the only thing, was that Matchbox did have a habit of producing this artwork from Roy Huxley, which I always mention because I think he always makes it absolutely epic and very, very noteworthy, attractive, and really has shelf appeal. But occasionally Matchbox would let him do the artwork, and then some change in the spec would go ahead, and this happened also with the Mirage 3C, and it shows weapons or drop tanks and things that are then not present in the kit. This comes with none, and I think this was a big mistake because, you know, when you compare it to the Vought Corsair A7D that they produced with 24 bombs, it was absolutely brilliant. And it does kind of, for me, there's a little bit of a black mark on this kit, so I just say that at the beginning. So we mustn't judge it too harshly. We'll kind of put this to one side and judge it on merit. But they really should have included some stores and not left it sort of naked on its wings. I think that's very strange. And as I say, they did the same with the little Mirage, but maybe we'll see that another day. Anyway, let's get straight into the kit. So we have on the front here, they're on a low-level training exercise, and it says the Buccaneers of 16 Squadron, another squadron, demonstrate their low-level strike capability in exercises for the 2nd Allied Tactical Air Force in Germany in 1973. And that's very pertinent because this kit came out, I believe, in 1973, so this was bang on the money, right live and current when this was depicted. But as I say, when you see the artwork, you can see there they clearly have many, many bombs on the wing, which look mighty impressive, but these are not included in the kit, so sorry folks, you're going to be disappointed. Anyhow, this one is PK-106, that's one of the original tranche that came out. This particular one in my hand is a really nice example. I've got two, one's a little bit bashed, but this one's pretty much mint. No complaints at all. So as usual on the top, in the differing from the armour, where Matchbox put the photograph of the completed kit on the reverse when it's not painted. Here Matchbox with the aircraft put it on the top side of the box. Interesting scheme. It's a slight strange choice they made here because they've actually put it in what I think are navy colours and would be far better suited to a navy version than an RAF version. So strange choice of colours, frankly, but anyway, we won't worry about it too much. On the other side, again, Matchbox selling their wares, offering you other products to get excited about. The Walrus, and then the Bristol Beaufighter, and the Fokker the civil aircraft twin engine jet. So on the back, and again some lovely artwork here. So we've got the traditional 1973, and this is a particularly mint example, I've got to say, for a 73 packaging. This is nice. It's got perfect window, no more tiny stain here or something. It's perhaps been on the table, it's had a bit of coffee on it or something, but it's hardly noticeable, and other than that it's perfect. I mean, I'd describe this as a mint box, to be honest. But we can see here we've got the two options. So we've got 16th Squadron at RAF Larbrook in Germany, January 73, or 15th Squadron, also at Larbrook, which is a bit boring of them. I don't know why they didn't do a Honington one, so they did two at Larbrook, which have got identical markings, a bit pointless. But anyway, so for whatever reason, some odd choices were made by Lesney and Matchbox owners in the way that they offer this one. But let's have a look what's inside. I'm going to be very careful, as I say, because this is so mint, and I want to keep it that way, so I have to be very gentle on this one. Come on then. That's it, we got it. There we go, and somebody's put this in a bag for us, which is nice. Or was it me? I can't remember. Okay, there we are. So, let's have a look at our Buccaneer then. We'll put that to one side and we'll get cracking. First of all, we've got some decals. There's no tissue with it, which is unusual, but a little bit of a shame, but it's not a problem because it's always nasty and yellowed and rather ancient looking, like papyrus anyway. Let's have a look at these then. So, typical mid-70s low-vis decals from the RAF. And we've got 15th Squadron here. 15th Squadron was the one who had, which is that? There's two versions. Actually, they don't show it very well in the reproduction there. Keys. So the 15th Squadron is the ones that have got the, what looks like the Saint. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? Like the character of the Saint. Very similar to the Saint character. And the other one, 16th Squadron, is the cross keys. Okay, nice decals, look okay. So, slightly disappointing is that this one's got a white copy, not an orange copy, which I'm a bit suspect about. Looks kind of like one of these later edition ones, so whether this kit's been mixed and matched, I'm not entirely sure. Being so mint, I'd have expected it to have an orange one, but anyway, from 73. So it gives a little bit of a write-up on the Buccaneer. Been in service since 1965, and the Mark II was announced in 62. Designed for low-level strike, has a very strong structure, used the most sophisticated aerodynamic shapes with area rule design techniques, giving us very smooth transonic character. I'm pretty sure that this aircraft could go supersonic in a steep dive as well, so that tells you that the aerodynamics were good. It has clamshell dive brakes at the back, and it also has low takeoff and landing speeds by using boundary layer air control. Air being taken from the engines and blown through slots in the leading edges of the wings and the tail plane. Okay, so that makes the aerodynamics think it's going faster than it really is, and gives lift basically. Clever. The Buccaneer has 4 underwing pylon attachments, enabling a wide variety of strike weapons to be carried. Bombs can also be fitted in the internal weapons bay. It has this rotating bomb bay, which again Matchbox didn't show this. It's not a working one, which on the Airfix it is. So that's another bit of a black mark. I don't know what they were thinking of. They made some mistakes when they made this, designed this kit, which is kind of uncharacteristic of them. I don't know what they were doing, but anyway. On the reverse, we've got these call-outs for the small parts. So you've got your undercarriage wheels, front nose wheel, intakes for the engines, a little bit of a nice silver lip around the engine intake. You've got the refueling probe, which is a fixed permanent probe on the Buccaneer. It's always extended. Pitot head, rester hook, pilot seat, pilot himself, and then also the silver edges on the leading edges of the wing. Yes, slightly dodgy print here, quality, it's not very good, but anyway, it tells you the paint call outs. So let's get into it. So, we've got basically, you build your pilot, pop them in your seat, and then you pop the two of them, because obviously it's got a navigator and a pilot, this one, two-seater. They go into the main fuselage halves, which clamp together. Then you build your rear air brakes, which again are not opening, another disappointment on the kit if I'm honest. There's quite a few things that they could have done better on this kit. They made it very basic, and I think they should have made this a red range one and had everything open and rotating bomb bays and stuff. But anyway. Then you build the inboard, the sort of air intake covers and the inboard wing section. Then you build your nose, which looks awfully like the air brakes. If you're not careful, you've got to pay attention to make sure you're not getting mixed up. And then you put these on all together and assemble them onto the fuselage, plus your canopy, which I wouldn't really recommend at this stage. I'd do that later if I were you, because there's no penalty to not doing it later. And your intakes and the jet pipes at the back end are all put on, so the front and rear end of the engine sort of digestive system, if you like, is done. And then we've got the tailplane going in, or vertical stabiliser I should say. Then the tailplane itself goes on, and then it's when you start to realise what a beautiful design the Buccaneer is. It's a beautiful shape. It's something aesthetically feminine about it. It's got graceful curves and lines, and this is why it had low drag. Very good in that respect. Finally, we get our undercarriage going in here, and this is where you look at it and think, and where are the bombs, guys? No bombs, no rockets, no Martel, no Seagull, no nothing, no Matra rockets, and they should have all been included, which Matchbox generally did do. So I don't know why. You know, they overburdened the Jaguar with stuff, and this one's got nothing. Don't know why. Bit curious. Anyway, let's have a look at the kit itself. It's all bagged up to help it prevent scratching and damage, I guess. Some of these bag bags doesn't come like that with a Tesco bag, obviously. So, starting with, we've got a canopy. Put this on the back of my hand to make it easier to see, I think. Which is quite a nice one actually. It's alright, it's fairly clear. Shape looks good. A little bit of distortion at the top there, I've got to admit. But other than that, not too much of a problem, I think. Then, we've got parts off the sprue. Oh, that's why it's in a bag. Oh, so we've got the two. Okay, we've got the two fuselage halves are actually off the sprue in this case. This is some strange things going on with this kit actually. Like somebody's played with it, tampered with it. Don't know. The rest of it looks alright. Perhaps they're just a bit weak. Yeah, they've not been cut off. They've actually fallen off. In fairness. So how does it go? Like that. Well, let's look at them anyway. Might as well put them together as I've got them off. So let's have a little play. Bear in mind it's not been neatly cut, so you'll see the sprue connection points looking a bit ragged. So here we go. So again, you can see the panel lines are, you know, depressed ones. They're not raised, which is good. You can get an idea for the shape from this. Yeah, it's quite nice really. It fits together nicely, as they always do, of course. Look at that. Fits together with virtually no join, you know. Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Okay, let's move on to the rest of it. So here we've got these are the speed brakes, the clamshell speed brakes at the back, tail. We've got the pilot's and navigator's seat. We've got two tail cones here for the engine, which are actually blanked off, which is a bit disappointing actually. I'm a bit disappointed in that. Other side, you've got your main gear here. Basically it really for that one. So yeah, that was a bit of a disappointing sprue. And then here we have got the white sprue. You see what I mean about the navy style colours? Two shades of blue and white. It's like Royal Navy, isn't it? But this looks nice. There's no flash. You've got your intakes here. You've got your tail plane there, and the top piece goes on there. You've got your fan blades on the intake side. You've got the wheels here. Let's bring you in for a closer look. So It's nice actually. Yeah, it's nice. You've got your refueling probe here. And then you've got the inboard parts of the wings and the wings tops. Sorry, this is the bottom of the wing, sorry. So this is underneath side. Underneath it's white, on top it's darker blue. But it looks quite nice, doesn't it actually? Can't really fault that one. No problems there. And then, third and finally, you've got this sort of a beautiful, like a French blue sprue, which is nice actually. Nice colour. And you've got beautiful, you see the beautiful shape here of the tail, can't you? How it sort of has this beautiful upsweep to it. This is this very low drag aerodynamic design. And you've got your nose sections here and here. You've got your gear covers here. And you've got the tops of the wings. Actually not the tops of the wings. I'm just going to revise what I've told you because I was looking at the picture and it shows that the dark blue sprue has got the tops of the wings and also the tailplane, and that's wrong, isn't it? It's not. The tailplane is white, as we just saw here. There's the top of the tailplane. And the tops of the wings are white, so they actually insert like so. So that you can see there, whoops, no, you're not seeing, I'm doing it all wrong. There, you see how the insert, the underside is pale blue and the top of the wing is white. So it's not at all like another mistake they made. It's not at all like they show it here on the image. So this is interesting. There's some, yeah, there's some problems here, to be honest. Anyway, we won't dwell on those. Let's have a look at these pilots, pilot and co-pilot there. And then you've got the underside, not the top as I said earlier because they've given the wrong information. You got your wheel wells here with some good detail actually. That's fairly decent to be fair. There we have it. Well, this is an aeroplane I am very passionate about, so I'm a little bit disappointed here. All sorts of problems there. First of all, you've got a sprue where they're all off. I might mix and match with my slightly rougher one, rougher in relative terms. Put the good ones all together. But they don't seem to even know which parts are which colour. That's clearly wrong. That guide at the top. And there's no bombs or missiles or any stores at all. There's no working air brake at the back, and there's no rotating bomb bay. So all in all, a bit disappointing actually, one of the more disappointing ones, especially when you got this lovely artwork on the front. It doesn't justify it actually. Guys, I know it's 48 years ago, but people, don't ever depict something that then is not included in the kit. Don't bother doing that. There's no point, no matter what it is, or who the manufacturer is, or where it's made. It's irrelevant. Only show on the front what's actually in the box, yeah? Because that's quite annoying and it's very misleading as well. Anybody that doesn't know and doesn't see my video here or any other review will see this, and go on eBay and bid on it and get it. And through no fault of theirs or the sellers will not get what they think they're going to get. It's not fair, is it really? So it just annoys me. It's kind of a misrepresentation. So I'm afraid this is going to get marked down a bit, even though it's this beautiful mint box. I mean, the box is the best part. I've got to be honest. I mean, what is not to like? It's absolutely stunning, It's in mint condition. Got the lovely, lovely artwork. Very much reminds me of my childhood. These are flying literally over my house, literally every day on a weekday. And I really enjoyed the experience of that. So when this came out, even then I think I was a bit, where's the bombs, Dad? Anyway, there we go. If any of you have ever built this, I'm sure you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to get 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's nicely done. I'm sure it'll go together beautifully. But just a couple of disappointments along the way there that should have been sorted, and a bit odd. Something very odd about it. Anyway, I won't dwell on that. It's nice that it's in the range, and it's good to have some unusual British aircraft. So all good. I'll tell you, I'll give it a 7. It's Christmas. I'm going to be generous. Give it a 7. 7 out of 10. Anyway, I hope I'll get more than 7 out of 10 from you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the vid, thought it was interesting. Please share and subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep your eyes peeled because there'll be more kit reviews, especially the Matchbox ones, coming along very soon, and we've got some interesting bits of armour and some slightly more unusual aircraft. Definitely worth a look, I think. So hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, thanks a lot. Bye for now.